How Unilever started, grew, and became a $70 billion company. In 1927, Dutch margarine producer Margarine Unie and British soap maker Lever Brothers merged their companies to form Unilever. It is a British-Dutch fast-moving consumer goods FMCG company and one of Europe's most valuable enterprises, as well as the world's greatest consumer goods company as measured by revenue in 2012. Unilever started as a merger between Margarine Unie and Lever Brothers. The Margarine Unie was a merger between two rival Dutch margarine factories, the Jurgens and Van der Bergh. Both companies were founded in 1872 and 1888 respectively. In 1927, they merged for profit sharing and gaining a larger percentage of market share in the margarine market. In 1885, brothers William Hesketh Lever and James Darcy Lever founded the Lever Brothers. Their company manufactured the first mass-produced packaged laundry soap, Sunlight Soap. Lever Brothers' innovative soap-making process made cleanliness and hygiene affordable for both the middle and lower class. Though different in products, the Margarine Unie and Lever Brothers shared a common ingredient: animal fat. As a result, their 1929 merger became more of a joint venture than an actual merger. The name Unilever was coined from a combination of Uni from Margarine Unie and Lever from Lever Brothers. In respect to this fact, Unilever was registered as a dual-listed company and shared two headquarters: Unilever plc, located at London, United Kingdom, and Unilever NV at Rotterdam, Netherlands. How Unilever expanded. Despite Unilever's attempt to venture through Africa and Latin America, the effects of the Great Depression and the Second World War made expansion through the rest of Europe limited. So, Unilever turned their focus towards diversification in the United Kingdom and the United States. In 1943, Unilever acquired the American tea company T.J. Lipton and the toothpaste company Pepsodent in the following year. That same year, Unilever acquired Bachelor, the largest Britain vegetable canners at this time, who were experiencing staff difficulties and reduced distribution of scarce resources as a result of the ongoing war. In 1954, Unilever launched a hair care product for women, Sunsilk, in the United Kingdom, while the personal care product Dove was launched in the United States 3 years later. With a strict competition and growing public awareness about the health effects of saturated fats, Unilever's sales suffered during the mid-1950s, since half their profits came from the sales of margarine. The same went for laundry soap. During this decade, Unilever had to play catch-up behind their rivals, Procter & Gamble's P&G synthetic detergents, and their first application of teeth-strengthening fluoride to their toothpaste in 1955. To avoid over-dependence on Imperial Margarine and Lux Dove personal care products, Unilever diversified their market share towards food and beverages before Procter & Gamble. In 1957, Unilever assumed full control of the frosted foods, or Bird's Eye, and their frozen food technology. The US subsidiary of Unilever, Thomson J. Lipton, acquired Good Humor ice cream 4 years later. By 1971, Unilever expanded its tea business from the United States to the United Kingdom, where they acquired the British Lipton Limited from Allied Suppliers. Speaking of acquisitions during the mid-1970s, Unilever made the most expensive ever by buying National Starch and Chemical Corporation for $487 million, a producer of cornstarch, adhesives, and other chemical products. This acquisition became known as the greatest foreign acquisition of a United States company at the time. Further acquisitions of small and medium-sized companies in the late 1970s saw Unilever's expansion to 30% of Western Europe's ice cream market. Inevitably, Unilever's numerous subsidiaries became difficult to manage and the profit as a group. Hence, during the 1980s, Unilever focused on becoming more of fast-moving consumer goods (FMCG) giant, catering to consumers' needs for toiletries, packaged food, and beverages. In 1983, Unilever launched Axe Lynx, a brand of male grooming products in France. In 1984, Unilever succeeded in their hostile takeover of UKT brand Brooke Bond for €390 million. Their next takeover occurred in 1987. Unilever gained a foothold in the beauty and healthcare market over the likes of Nivea through the acquisition of Cheese Bra Manufacturing and Pond's Creams. In 1989, Unilever acquired American cosmetic brand Elida for Bergh for $1.5 billion. In 1993, Unilever acquired Breyers and Sealtest from Kraft Foods Incorporated to become second to none in the US ice cream products. In 1996, Unilever purchased the highly successful Helen Curtis Industries Incorporated for $770 million, further expanding their hold in the cosmetics and beauty products. In 2000, Unilever acquired Best Foods with its associate food brands of Hellmann's and Knorr for €13.4 billion. In 2001, Unilever owned Elida for Bergh and Lever Brothers formed a merger called Lever for Bergh, which until today owns household and cosmetic products like Axe, Dove, Sure, Comfort, and so on. During this time, Unilever had split into two divisions, Home and Personal Care and Foods. In 2004, Unilever unveiled its corporate logo, which was designed by brand consultancy Wolf Ollins. The logo took the shape of U, with 25 icons that represented either the company's sub-brands or values of adding vitality to life. To ensure future success as one of the leaders in the tea industry in 2007, Unilever worked with tea farmers and an international environmental NGO, Rainforest Alliance, to ensure sustainable farming practices that would enable tea plants to grow in a healthy ecosystem. By 2010, Unilever started focusing on health and personal care products since they performed better sales-wise than food and beverages. Within the same year, Unilever completed their $1.2 billion binding offer for Sara Lee Corporation's personal care brands of Badedas, Dusdas, and Radox. In order to acquire the Alberto Culver Company and prevent antitrust charges, Unilever had to sell its United States food business and several care brands to other companies. Alberto Culver was acquired in late 2010 for $3.7 billion, alongside its hair and skincare brands such as VO5, Nexus, Simple, Mrs. Dash, and Tresemme. In 2013, Unilever increased its stake to 67% in its Indian subsidiary Hindustan Unilever for €2.45 billion. Within the same year, Unilever invested £1.04 billion in research and development to develop new products and technologies that would meet consumers' needs. In 2014, Procter & Gamble sold their soap brands Camay and Zest to Unilever. In 2015, Unilever integrated its spread brands of Flora and I Can't Believe It's Not Butter into an independent group called Unilever Baking, Cooking and Spreading. Since the company had fallen behind in the male grooming market, Unilever acquired a highly successful Dollar Shave Club in 2016 for $1 billion. In late 2016, Unilever purchased 7th Generation Incorporated for $700 million. In 2017, Unilever acquired the Tazo Tea brand from Starbucks, a US skincare company, Sundial Brands, and personal care company Smithwick's Natural. Within the same year, Unilever purchased UK organic herbal tea, Poker Herbs. Unilever in recent years. Unilever is co-headquartered in Unilever plc of London, United Kingdom, and Unilever NV of Rotterdam, Netherlands. Both companies function as a single entity with the same board of directors, but different shareholders and stock exchange listings, London Stock Exchange and Euronext Amsterdam respectively. Unilever has research and development centers in the United Kingdom, Germany and India. These R&D centers are dedicated to pursuing new innovations and research consumer trends for future products. As of 2017, Unilever controls over 400 brands with revenue upwards of 53 billion euros, including 13 brands with respective revenues over 1 billion euros. The likes of Knorr, Dove, Sunsilk, Hat Brand Ice Creams, Axe and Hellmann's. These numerous brands are categorized into 4 main divisions, each targeting a section of the consumer market, namely foods, soups, margarine, spreads, soaps and so on, refreshments, beverages and ice cream, home care, powders, soaps and other cleaning products, and personal care, skin care and hair care products such as lotions, moisturizers, deodorants and hairsprays. Unilever's products are now sold in over 190 countries, with about 2 billion consumers using them globally. As at 2017, Unilever's total asset is estimated at $70.28 billion. Thank you for watching our videos. We'd like to give you another interesting video for you to enjoy next. But before then, our team will be very happy if you can like this video and share it with your friends on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss other interesting videos like this. Look at your screen now to see 2 other videos we handpicked for you to enjoy next. We love you.